welcome. You're probably wondering where your precious Birdtuber is. What was his name? Jerry. We'll go with Jerry. I have him. In fact, I tricked him into recruiting all of your favorite Birdtubers. They think they're having a good time out birding, but the truth is, if they don't find the spookiest bird in their region by sunset, every bird on this planet will disappear on my command. Let's meet the contestants, shall we? Our first volunteer has no chance. Let's see what he's made of.
Hello, welcome to Colorado. I am Scott Hamill, and Jordan, thank you so much for having me on your channel today for this very special Halloween episode. And today I am out for a haunting kind of bird that very much exists and surrounds itself with death. And in order to go find it, I'm taking you guys to one of the most haunted places in the entire state of Colorado. Did you think we were going to a spirit Halloween store? Nope. We're here at the cemetery. Central City, the area I'm at, was a well-known mining town here in Colorado. So it is said that the miners who died because of all the unsafe conditions and all the hard work they were forced to do haunt the cemetery. So let's go take a look.
As I continued exploring the cemetery, maybe now would be a good time to let you know what I was actually looking for. The common raven. More than just a bird, it's a creature of legend, mystery, and fear. Across cultures, ravens have been omens of death, drawn to places like battlefields and graveyards. Ravens also have some very unique behavior. When one raven dies, others sometimes gather in silence around the body, an unsettling ritual scientists call a funeral. But ancient people saw it as a sign that the dead were not resting alone. In Norse mythology, Odin's two ravens whispered the secrets of the world into his ears. And in folklore all across the globe, ravens were seen as prophets who could shapeshift and were messengers between reality and the underworld. Unfortunately, back in my reality, I wasn't having much luck finding one.
This is one of the 12 miners who died in the Sleepy Hollow mine. Their bodies are buried in the dust, but their names shall live forevermore. Age 34. So yeah, I'm walking these trails. There's just all these tombstones everywhere, and it is just dead silent. Pun intended. Unfortunately, I'm not hearing any birds either. We do have some weather creeping in, but I'm okay so far. But not finding our target species quite yet, so I'm gonna keep looking.
But then, off in the distance, I spotted something. But as I got closer and started filming in the rain, I ran into the conundrum that a lot of people run into. Crow or raven? Well, this one was a crow.
A lot of people struggle to tell the difference between the American crow and the common raven, and I was given a little cheat a long time ago with this saying. Just ask yourself two questions. Is it beautiful? Is it doing something interesting? If the answer is yes to either of those, well, you got a raven.
After a quick rain delay, the storm had passed and I was ready to explore the other side of the cemetery. and at the furthest end, the one area with some trees, I hit pay dirt. As I filmed the raven, I remembered my 2 questions to ask. Was it doing something interesting? Well, no. Is it beautiful? Well, I would argue, despite its lore and spooky history, yes, it's absolutely a beautiful bird.
All right, well, that is the common raven here in Colorado, and some of the lore behind the raven, why it's such a spooky bird. And I had a ton of fun coming out here to film. I hope you enjoyed it here in one of Colorado's famous, well-known haunted locations. That was the Central City Cemetery. So yeah, look it up sometime. But anyways, thank you, Jordan, again for having me on the channel. And I hope everyone has a great spooky Halloween. I will see you later. Bye-bye.
Scott may have gotten the best of me this time, but the rest will surely fail. This next guy is a real hoot. He's even named after a bird. Who does that?
Hey everyone from Jordan's audience, you might have seen me in some of his videos before. My name's Hawk and I run the YouTube channel Hawk in the Lens, and I'm super excited to be part of this spooky video. Now I picked not a traditionally spooky bird, or at least considered a spooky bird. I am going to find the killdeer, because kill in the name. I figured that's spooky enough and a fun one to include in your video. And I kind of expected to find these when I was out looking for shorebirds, but I am here in this business complex looking for warblers actually, and I swear you will find killdeer in the weirdest of locations. There is construction behind me, and there was 3 killdeer just in the parking lot. So take a look at these killdeer. Now, if I'm being honest, killdeer are actually kind of cute, like most shorebirds, but they do have a big screech that is definitely can be spooky if you don't know what it is that's making the call. And hey, look at that beady red eye. Who knows what's behind its mind? Also, of course, cut this if you don't want to use it, but congratulations on the birth of your 2nd child. I'm so happy for you and your partner. That is super exciting, and I'm glad to help fill in the channel while you are on baby duty. Always a pleasure to be on your channel, Jordan, and I'm excited to see all the other spooky birds the other Birdtubers find.
Twisting and turning my rules. A killdeer, very well. I'll let it slide because I know the next won't be so clever. The only time in nature this one will have moving into the future is nature without the birds.
Many moons ago, Jordan of Bright-Eyed Birding invited Luke of Nature Time with Luke to find the spookiest bird he could. In Luke's mind, there was only one option. A bird whose gathering is sinister enough to warrant the name of murder. The American crow. When life returns to Earth, it is never long before the crow descends to feed, thus linking it with death for as long as man has been able to remember such things. After a short journey, Luke reached a secluded forest where he intended to search for the crow. It was not long before he heard its call. Determined to reach his goal, he pushed on. Deeper and deeper into the green fortress, following the sound of the crow until the cry came from a point beyond the trail. If Luke wanted to finish his quest, he would need to leave the safety of the path. And leave the path he did. Obsessed with completing his goal, Luke disregarded the passage of time and the feeling that the trees were closing in on him. Eventually, his search came to an end as the American crow revealed itself to him, perched atop of a lone spruce, calling into the wind. Ecstatic to find his bird, an intense rush of relief flowed over Luke. However, this feeling was soon overthrown by another emotion: fear. Blinded by desperation, Luke had become unfathomably lost, and despite his best effort, the way out of the forest remained hidden. To this day, Luke continues to wander the forest in search of his freedom, with each passing day becoming more certain that the forest will never let him leave.
So close. So close to success. Gets himself lost in the woods and still finds the bird. How tragic. Very well, we'll leave it up to the birder up north to fail. Sherry, I believe it was. She's got no chance.
Hello, Jordan. Thank you so much for including me in the spooky bird video / challenge series. I was looking for a bird that was going to personify that Halloween spooky spirit, and what better bird than the black and white with a candy cane bill surf scoter. So the footage is from their non-breeding plumage where they don't have the colorful bill, but I did include some footage from earlier in the year where they have a brightly colored candy corn bill, which is just my favorite part of the spooky season. So I hope you guys enjoy.
I absolutely despise candy corns, a loophole nobody could have foreseen. But little do our birders know, this is the end. I'm sending you to Sweden. Nothing is terrifying in Sweden.
When you are walking in wild grown forests like this, you'll sometimes hear this eerie scream. If you don't know what it is, you might think it's a mammal, maybe even a human. scream belongs to the bird I am out looking for. In Swedish they are called nötskrika, nut screamer, directly translated. In English they are simply called Eurasian jay or simply jay. They aren't that uncommon, but they rarely move from cover and often move within that cover. So if you're a bird watcher, you will probably be able to cross it off your list quite quickly. But if you're more focused on bird photography, as I am, these birds are a bit more challenging. While not as big as the ravens, the Eurasian jay are the most striking member of the crow family when it comes to color, at least around here.
I'm absolutely losing my patience. The smiles on their faces, the determination in their step. I will crush these birders and their precious birds. Mark my words, the joy will end.
Greetings, Jordan, and happy Halloween to everyone. Connor from Worldwide Birder here, and today I am searching for what is perhaps the scariest looking bird in all of North America. Of course, I'm referring to none other than the turkey vulture, a bird that spends much of its day flying, making it difficult to track down roosting birds. Fortunately, I know just the place to look. Follow me.
The local landfill is a reliable place for me to find turkey vultures. These raptors roost here and scavenge for sustenance within the smelly confines of the premises. The tattered feathers and dark head of the first vulture that I observed here caught me off guard. This juvenile bird likely learned to fly very recently, and it's not nearly as spooky as an adult. Aha! This adult is exactly what I was hoping to see. With its bright, featherless head and wrinkly skin, this is a bird whose appearance would make Freddy Krueger proud. Although many will think that turkey vultures have an unsettling appearance, it's important to remember that turkey vultures are vital to their ecosystems, since they clean up dead and decaying animals that may otherwise spread dangerous diseases. If you want to think about something that is truly terrifying this Halloween season, consider a world where disease runs rampant because no vultures exist to clean up rotting animal carcasses, and you may find yourself with a newfound appreciation of these misunderstood birds.
That was awesome. I couldn't have asked for more cooperative turkey vultures. Thanks, Jordan, for letting me be part of this challenge, and I hope everyone has a very spooky Halloween.
This birder wore a mask with a big smile on his face. He observed a bird that vomits on things for a living, and still, he found joy. I don't understand. Make it stop. Make it stop. I need to calm down. The biggest fool of them all is next. He tricked his friends. He started it all. And with Jerry, this will end.
I had doomed my friends. My desire to bring the world the joy of birds had made me an easy target. As the sun began to set and the end of all birds neared, all the color in the world seemed to fade, billions of birds gone from existence. A large weight on my shoulders made it seem like my feet were dragging across the dirt path in front of me. Fear began to fill my soul as the time continued to tick away. Step by step, the burden felt heavier and heavier. I collapsed to my knees, and suddenly a sound ripped through the air. A black-billed magpie. A simple bird. Some European legends even believe this bird to be bad luck. But as I looked at it, and it looked at me, warmth began to well up inside my soul, and I stood again, color returning to the landscape. And then an idea sprouted in my mind. No man, no tyrant, no king, nothing could take the joy of birding away from us. Birding is full of joy, nature, and friendships. It inspires us to try and make the planet a better place. Birds are slowly disappearing, yes, but as long as we never give up trying to save them, that joy born of the birds will never fully disappear.
And that, my friend, dressed up like a Sith Lord, is the best part of this story.
Very well. I know when I have been beaten, your birds may have lived to see another day, but I will return. Good riddance, Jerry.
For those of you watching at home, thank you so much for your help. We couldn't have done this without you. To all my friends and the Birdtubers who participated in this, I'm sorry for my recklessness. I'll be more careful next year. To make up for it, everyone make sure you go give them a subscribe or check out their channels. Every link to their channel will be in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you all next time on Broad-Eyed Birding. Oh, and happy Halloween.